Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
MRecktv.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you suffer from low libido, poor drive, or subpar bedroom performance, don't skip this ad. Youth Fountain Laboratory, makers of the Blackout Nato-Kinase cocktail, has created a powerful dietary supplement, strong enough for men, yet safe enough for women. Introducing Vasoflux, a unique blend of 20 herbs, barks, roots, and compounds designed to turn back the hands of time. Vasoflux is made of ingredients clinically proven to help improve blood flow, lower blood pressure, increase libido for both men and women, improve performance, increase energy and drive, and reduce menopausal symptoms in women while restoring virility in men. For more info, visit Youth Fountain Laboratory at youthfountainlab.com or call toll-free at 1-800-853-7856. And remember, if you want to turn back the clock, try Vasoflux.
So, my audience may not know who you are because we all the way up north, but I know who you are. That's the reason why I wanted to interview you. You know what I mean? And you're really huge in the South. You go by the name of DJ Jelly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
V103, correct?
Right. That's, yeah.
I want to let everybody know, man, how you started out DJing, brother. That's what I want to know.
I mean, I've always been a hip-hop fanatic. I mean, I was raised on Grandmaster Flash and Run DMC, and I'm originally from St. Louis, the Midwest.
Okay.
So, man, I done did everything from breakdancing to graffiti writing. I wasn't tagging no subways or nothing, but, I've always been fascinated with hip-hop.
Right.
Growing up in the 80s. I mean, so that's how I really started messing around, and it's funny. We used to throw house parties when I was in high school, and my boys would just have their music. They had their DJ equipment out and stuff, and I was already breakdancing, but they would be up there cutting up. So I saw one of my boys, he was cutting up Houdini Big Mouth. He was just cutting it, and I was like, man, I could do that. And I just started messing around, man, and from there, it was a wrap.
That's what's up. So you kind of got it like a lot of us got it. You know what I'm saying? I think my experience was the same thing. You know what I mean? My experience was almost as like yours, but mine came from, up north, listening to Marley Marl and DJ Red Alert, putting it down, you know what I mean, every week.
But see, we would listen to Red Alert too.
Okay.
You gotta understand, hip hop was just I think that was just a vital pulse that went through the whole black culture at that time.
Yeah, it did.
Everybody wanted it.
Right. So so that's how you started DJing. So you familiar with the vinyl. A lot of DJs these days not familiar with the vinyl and needles. A lot of money. Hey man, a lot of money. Cause I come from that school, man. So let me ask you this, cause I don't hear a lot of DJs talk about this. But what's the difference? Now I have to say, because you're from the Midwest, but I'm like, since you've been in the South so long, what do you think the differences are? Because the regions are different, so we play different. You dig what I'm saying? So what do you think the differences are from a Southern DJ than an up North DJ?
I would say, obviously we start first with the culture, the culture, the way people speak, move, dress, communicate is different, even though we all have a common ground in terms of, being black people in America, but people talk different. Sounds, actual sounds is different. Production is different. The bass drums are heavier in the South. It's more musical.
Right.
To me, it's more soulful, but that's because, you got to think about it. We down here with a lot of trees, sun, there's all kinds of stuff going on down here, which up north is more, it's like the buildings and concrete. So you could tell the difference in the music. The music represents that. And it's a trip that you got somebody that's from Texas DJ Premier, who was like one of the top boom bap DJs that has influenced New York. That's
Exactly.
crazy, but
Exactly.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right? But that's because he lived in New York.
Right.
You know, so he was influenced by his environment around him, even though he's from Texas.
Okay.
So yeah, the music is, you know, the everything around you is just different in both regions.
Right.
And
you know what I was going to speak on to the references like okay, like up north we got a lot of DJs that they don't do it no more because you know things have changed. You know what I mean? But we had a lot of blend DJs. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You used to be able to get a mixtape from K Capri, SNS. He did blends.
Ron G.
Shout out to Ron G. Yeah. Silver Surfer, Greenland. You name it. You know what I'm saying? Dirty Harry, some of the illest guys. DJ Juice out of Jersey. So when I was going down south,
right there, Juice.
Yeah, Juice is tough. You know what I'm saying? When I was going to, I never seen a lot of those mixes. You know, I used to grab up a lot of course, because Drama, but Drama's not from the South either. He's from Philly. You know what I mean? But I got introduced to all of the crunk and the gangster grills through this guy. And then some of DJ Small stuff. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah, you know what I mean? And I used to hear your name. You see, I never seen too much because you do a lot of DVD runs because we were making hip hop DVDs. I used to hear your name. So what happens? Did you ever have a plethora of brothers out there in the South doing blend CDs like that, like the R&B? Because that's our style up north. I know it is, but I never seen it. But can you shed some light? Because just in case we don't know.
Yeah, man, it's plenty of DJs. You know, R.I.P. to DJ Screw. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of cats in the South. I mean, Jam Pony. Everybody used the same elements y'all did. Okay. We just had more. I just say with us, we incorporated more of our production in terms of like putting 808s. We made a lot of these DJs in the South added production to mixtapes, which gave you possibilities of how music can sound and eventually how it would sound. We didn't know it would eventually sound and still have an effect this many years afterwards, but that's what a lot of us did. Right. I mean, I don't care if you was in I don't care if you were in Tennessee, all the DJs. I mean, whether it's DJ Paul, UCJ, like all the DJs, you know, we use production. Right. So we would have people rhyming over it, whereas in the North, I noticed that people just rhymed over whoever had the song out. We would actually take it and chop it up and put 808 drums and drum machines and just made a production out of it. Basically, we was like, well, we want to make our own music. Right. That's what we did, you know. And right. Take break beats. Hip hop has always been a poor man's music in terms of, you know, people couldn't afford instruments, you know, or get an orchestra at the time. People would just manipulate, obviously, the vinyl. Exactly. And their drum machine. But you know what's interesting though to me? Even up north, you got to realize, think about the Def Jam era when it started. They had a lot of heavy 808. Yes, they did. And Mantronics. And same as Q-Tip. So those are like, to me, some of the top, you know, shout out to Rick Rubin, Q-Tip, like they was already on that. Right. But it just went away when your boy, you know, Premier, who I love to death, he came with another sound. He did. Along with a couple of other cats up there. You know, I go back. Yeah, I go back to them 808 drums with Mantronics. You know. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Mantronics. We were influenced by that. Yeah, they were. 808 and the 909 was really heavy. I was a real little teenager back then, but still, you know. Yeah. So you've been around in the Dirty South DJing for how long? How many years? Since 1990. I was fresh out of high school. Wow. 1990. My first job was at Bobby Brown's studio. I used to be a gopher for the engineers. Wow. That's what's up. I was in college. Okay. Yeah. So how was did you really actually meet Bobby Brown? You met him? Nah, you know what's crazy? I never did meet him. Wow. And you know what? And this is what's so crazy. The reason why I left St. Louis is because I saw an article my mother was reading in Essence magazine, and it talked about Bobby Brown building this gazillion-dollar home in Atlanta, Georgia. So when I saw that, I connected and was like, well, I'm out. Like, that was it. That was a wrap. I left the Midwest. Wow. Okay. So ended up getting a job there just on some something going on with my college, just really manifesting that, without me realizing I did that.
Mm-hmm. But we all start from humble beginnings, brother. You know what I'm saying? And
True.
you've been down there for a minute, brother, doing your thing. You got awards.
Yeah.
You got one award. I was at the Mixtape Awards. You got one award in 2003. I was at the mixtape. I was at Justo's Mixtape Award at 2003.
Oh man, shout out to my brother Justo, man. Rest in heaven.
R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? So, cause I was doing mixtapes up here, But another thing I want to know, cause you on radio, you know what I mean? So let me ask you this, cause commercial radio could be a little funny. It's a difference from a DJ like myself DJing on a underground college station than being on commercial. On commercial radio, do you get to do some of your own thing a lot? Because I know you probably got a mix show, or is it just strictly playlists?
No, man. I mean, the thing about me, man, and then my humble beginnings with, shouts out to my partner MC Assault. We started this whole mixtape era in the early '90s. Mm-hmm. The radio stations actually gave me my room. They were just like, "Look, Jelly, we want you to come and do what you do in the street."
Wow. And
I'm the first DJ really to have an Atlanta mix show, and that was in the late '90s. That was on Hot. I was on Hot. Mm-hmm. So I did the 5 o'clock traffic jam, which became the first Atlanta all Atlanta music for an hour. They were like, Jelly, do what you do, because basically I'm one of the premier DJs to help break a lot of artists that y'all know now. I mean, just everybody. I'm instrumental in breaking their music, literally from Outkast to Jeezy to
T.I.
Lil Baby. That's what I do.
Did you? You did T.I. There's a few things you've been bringing, because a lot of times DJs don't break records no more, man. I'm not gonna say none, but it's not like it used to be because of the internet. A lot of guys put their stuff on the record on the internet.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
you know what? Mm-hmm. If you're influential, you still, can have an effect in terms of how the politics are, in terms of how the network happens with other DJs or other program directors or other tastemakers across the world.
Right. Now that segues into my next question, because you seem to have a little problem when you was dropping that Elevators like that, which is a serious record. I got a nice little blend of that too. I got Davina over that. Davina, come over to my place. I put that in. But anyway, I love the beat. You know what I'm saying? I love the beat. I love the rhymes. Those are some of the illest. I'm talking about not just South. Those brothers are some of the toughest rappers in the game. I ain't talking about just the South and the North.
Oh man, they 1%, bro. Yeah. I just think even in music, in modern music.
Yeah, seriously. That segue me into the question, man. You was dropping that joint. You know what I mean? What was this? What was the effect, and what the hell did L.A. Reid call a radio station for, brother?
I mean, it was a situation where I forgot what holiday it was. I'm gonna have to really start going back and remember. I was on Hot, and shout out to Steve Hegwood too, who's doing this thing. He has this station here, hip hop station here now, a different one. But anyway, he just gave me the room to do what I want to do, and I just got off the tour with Goody Mob. I was Goody Mob's first tour DJ, and Dre and Gip came to me. I was mixing like back in the days, we used to mix like for 6 hours on the radio. 4 or 6 hours was maritime, but we wouldn't, we would just do what we do. And they came to me, man. They were like, look, they came to me with a yellow label. It was just blank. It was just yellow. Right. Dre and Git was like, dude, we really need you to do what you do. We need it ASAP. We need that love. And that, that wasn't no conversation. I took it on up there and I ran the record. Shoot, I had maybe 3 hours left in the show. I ran that record, man, maybe 30 minutes each hour.
Wow, that's how you get down.
And people were going crazy because one, it was Outkast. That was the love, and two, it was so different than anything that was out in hip hop at that time. Like people were tripping, and then of course L.A. Reid got mad and called my program director. He was like, "Look, dude, got to go. We can't have none of this kind of thing going on the radio." Because it forced them to push up their release date. And from what I understand, L.A. Reid didn't even like the record. But my program director stood by me. He was like, well, this is what we do. This is radio, blah, 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 blah. And
Right.
It was all love.
But that was powerful, man, because you stood on it, and it ain't too many real brothers like that in the game no more. You know what I mean? That will just go with it, because all the time the execs are not right, man. They not.
Yeah.
The DJ got the meanest ear. I mean, I'm not saying the executives don't have a good ear, because they have pushed a lot of good talent.
Yeah.
They've signed a lot of good talent.
Absolutely.
But we're on the scene 24/7. We get music before
we in the trenches, dog.
Right. We get the music before they even know about it. And sometimes we have to tell them this is it. They not in the street, and they not hearing what people playing where you at. Like, they not in the strip clubs all the time knowing because y'all break a lot of records down south in the strip club, which is I found very, very different. Now, you know what I mean? Because up north we don't do it like that. You really have to break your record on the radio, or you gotta pump a plethora of mixtapes, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
But yeah, man, I like how you stood on your own too, man. With that, there's a lot of brothers that don't do that in DJing, man.
But you gotta understand something. Not to cut you off, I stood on what I believe, period, through the '90s, because I used to travel up and down Northeast. People used to laugh. I come to Carolinas, Virginia. They didn't understand the Southern music. They didn't understand it.
Wow.
And I'm talking about my peers and everybody.
Oh.
Even people here in Atlanta, the other DJs, they were just looking at me like, oh, he the ghetto DJ.
What?
Wow. And I'm not going to get into who used to be. I'm talking about a lot of folks.
Yeah, it's all
He's
good.
like, well, he the ghetto DJ. It's funny. Even when the South started kicking in like maybe 2000 with Tip and all that, you had people like AG Entertainment who is running the nightlife in Atlanta. Allison done put it down. We all connected, me, him, Big Oomp, and did a lot.
Right.
But musically, and we talking about AG, they ran all the industry stuff. So like downtown Atlanta, Midtown, they ran it. If you was a celebrity, you came through that, you coming through them. But I remember when they wasn't even with it. They didn't want no South music playing, because they used to bring SNS down, Capri, Biz Markie, all these, so it's always been kind of this divide in real Atlanta and the industry, Black Hollywood Atlanta.
Now,
so I remember I got into it with them because they wasn't with it. I was playing Tip, stuff like Dope Boys in the Trap. I was playing C Murder and them. They wasn't with it. I'm talking, I almost got into it with them cats, because I used to stand. That's what I did. I was one of the people, the ambassadors to bring Southern music to the world.
No doubt. Hey, man, you just
especially
put me
Atlanta music.
Right. You just put me onto something, because I always thought that the South, of course, they always had their sound, but I thought y'all was always playing straight Southern music, Southern hip hop, like brothers, that type of style. You just put me on.
No,
Wow.
not at all. Because we used to break a lot of Northern music and Cali music all through this way.
Wow.
We played everything. And for me being from the Midwest, I always embodied and incorporated all the hip hop genres, and that's what I did as a mixtape DJ.
Okay. That's what's up, man. Yeah, man. Hey, won't you let me know, because I never been on tour with nobody, yet. You know what I'm saying? But I want to know, what was it like? I think you went to Japan, right?
Yeah, I went there a bunch of times.
Yeah, a bunch of times. So you've been around the bubble, man. So let people know what it is like on tour, DJing, getting the crowd popping. That's got to be a crazy head rush. I know it would have been for me. Let people.
Man, well, first of all, I started going. My first trip out of town was in the mid-2000s. I went to Bahrain in the Middle East. And I did Europe a lot. I did Asia a lot. What's so crazy to me is that you go to these places and they understand our music.
Right.
I mean, in terms of entertainment. Like, they enjoy it. You look around, they knowing the words, and they don't even speak English. You have to get an interpreter each time.
Wow.
To really, and it's just to see that, to me, is so crazy. Like, say when I went to Asia, like early East Coast hip-hop is so strong there. I'm talking about 90 to 94.
Yeah.
I'm talking about real strong. And then on the other end of the spectrum, trap gutter stuff is strong.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's so wild to me, but I like it, though, because they're enjoying it. They're pulling it all in. And obviously on Asia, the West Coast is popping.
Of course.
But just to see these people who can't even speak to you clearly, well, in American, but to really enjoy the music and party, man, and respond to you. I mean, dog, it's like me going in there and I'm 50 Cent when I was on tour. Seriously.
Wow.
Each
Wow.
time.
That's crazy.
Like, I would have a mass, yeah, it would be crazy because they appreciate, and first of all, they appreciate entertainment when you go outside the United States. They appreciate entertainment. And as a DJ, I mean, you get nothing but love.
That's
period.
what's up. That's what's
And
up.
I don't have to get into details of that either, but I'm just saying.
No, I know you're going to get love.
I'm married now, so that's over with. I ain't in that type of
Yeah.
stuff. But you know what I mean. But it's just it's incredible.
Right. Hey, man, you know, you've been a lot of cats up this way may not know about you because they not DJs. People just listen. But I respect you. I respect the craft. You know, I just love the culture and the differences of the DJs and how they play. A lot of people, like, because I'm gonna ask you your opinion. You know, you have all types of DJs. You have DJs that play slow music. You know what I mean? You have battle DJs. You know what I'm saying? So what I would have asked you is, if you could, let me put it like this to you, like this. If you could name 2 or 3 movies to label your style, what would your style be relating to those movies?
I would say Wild Style in terms of how creative Grandmaster Flash is. I would say that's a good question too. You asked. Definitely Wild Style, and then just the whole embodiment of hip hop. Another one be probably Fast and the Furious. Okay. Because I'm always, I'm just always on the move in terms of music and accelerating. Right. Just my excitement because I'm a fan first before anything else. Right. So I get excited, like out of control excited, and I gotta let everybody know. So that drive. What would be my last one? My last one. What would be the last movie? Well, you got them 2 definitely, but you got me. Now I'm gonna have to come back and think about the third.
That's cool, but that's my
dope. That question.
Yeah, because that's my way of when person asks me what's my style. My answer usually is Superfly, the Mac, and a cross between the Black Panther Party. You know what I mean? Huey
okay.
So that's more my slow because I'm real soulful. I like to blend a little here and there. I scratch a little too. You know what I mean? I incorporate a little of everything. I'm not a battle DJ.
Absolutely.
But I'm more. But those things encapsulate the hardness of how I bring it. It's real street. That's where I'm coming from when I say like Superfly, but in a Superfly way, strong, hard street. You know what I mean? So that was ill the way you said Fast and the Furious. I read you right off the muscle. I said, okay. You know what I'm saying? So, I like to ask the brothers that question, but you did good, brother. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, and I haven't thought of no strong ATL movie, but like when you want to hear the sound of Atlanta or have an experience of Atlanta party, you're gonna come and see me. I'm definitely one of them DJs. If you really want to feel what an Atlanta party is, even like this Friday, I got to do a spot, and that spot is like the age demo is 21 to 26. So every now and then, now I'm at the point where I'm like a professor. So I'm doing my research with the kids. So I'll tell them, hey, DM me whatever request you want, obviously because of the corona. But I learned so much. But I always do at least one young spot once a month. Okay. And the rest I do OG or, at least. But if you really want to experience an Atlanta party, you're going to come see, period.
No doubt.
A real Atlanta party.
I have been seeing you a long time ago on YouTube, man. Like I like to watch DJs live. Anybody say they DJ, I want to if you got something going on live, like if you at the radio, I like to listen to that. You know what I mean? Because
definitely,
because I catch on to things like what you'll do. I study. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like
it's always a study. You study everybody.
That's what I do. And I look at you. In the South, man, you in the top 3, you know what I mean, of Southern. I don't really know that many, that I could really say that in the top like that. You may know, but as far as your name went, that's all I really heard. You and Drama's name, and of course DJ Smalls and other things like that. You know,
Scream.
Yeah, Scream. I was down there with Scream manager at that time where we was running around selling some mixtapes. I was down the underground and stuff like that. You know, but yeah, them cats. I like the Scream mixtapes though. I did. I really did. You know what I'm saying? I like the Scream mixtape. Being up north, we so crazy with it up here, like with how we so biased. I'm all around. I listen to cats out in California, man, DJing. I love them. I love differences.
Man, listen, man. I was influenced by people like Dr. Dre.
Right.
I used to listen to his swap meet mixtapes because he would do his like a production.
Right.
So I'm up there listening to his tapes at the same time I'm listening to Ron G blend, and because I love blending and mixing.
Right.
Like that fascinates me. And then incorporate scratching too.
Right.
Like I love that. That's just some real hip hop DJ stuff.
That's it. If you ain't like a lot of DJs can't, you know, a lot of DJs these days it make it look so easy, but you know, imagine DJing back then. You ain't looking at no BPMs, brother. You gotta listen.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
You have to listen to distinctive. You're right.
You gotta listen.
After you've done it so long. You know, even when you start, you still kind of, it's about the feel. It's
a feel. If you can't feel it, if I can't feel it, I'm not going to do it. I'm not saying I'm one of the illest dudes to do it because I had a long hiatus. I haven't touched turntable in 15 years. I just started back 2.5 years ago. So,
okay.
But
it's like a bite.
Yeah, it's like a bite, really. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in the film game. I like to write and do my own thing, but this is
that's dope.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm really into it. I do documentary films and stuff, but
I was gonna say you got to do a DJ movie or something, man.
Yo,
come on, man.
that'll be ill. You know, one of my favorite movies is Juice, just because of Homeboy did the same thing I used to do when I was going to school. Get up in the morning and bust down. A lot of dudes used to do Peter Piper. I used to do the show. Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh.
What part of the show did you use?
The not now. I used to kill that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I started off when I was like doing tricks. I didn't know how to do no party. I used to do body tricks when I was a kid, man. I was young. You know what I'm saying?
I think we all start off doing tricks, right? Scratching and all that. Sucking MCs, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would beat that record up back and forth, and that was one of my things. So I mastered where all of the ill spots was, where I could catch it and bring it back. And, you know, back then, I don't think I could do it now. Handcuffs and, you know, as I got better, I just started trying to watch the DMC tapes and, you know, Rock Raider, rest in peace, all the X-Men. I love them dudes, man.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Bro, definitely, man.
You know, so, you know, it's been yeah, man, it's a pleasure having you on my show, man.
A-Track.
Oh, yeah. A-Track is a beast, you know. Fresco. And DJ Miz. So DJ Miz had won, and that's how they got together when they won the DMC.
Oh man, I heard that name. Oh yeah.
I rock with it, man. DJ, you know, in my opinion, some of the baddest DJs that do the tricks come out of Philadelphia. To me.
Yeah. No.
California is mean.
Yeah, you're right.
But on the East Coast, I can't.
Yeah, Philly got some. Come on, man.
That's what Philly got some monsters.
DJ Cash. Cash Money. Man,
Cash Money.
Man. Jazzy.
You know, it's like, yo.
Yeah, I did it. I DJed with Jazzy before. Yeah.
Yeah, he's incredible to watch, man, and listen to, bro. You know, he don't talk much, but I watch the Boiler Room sets. You know, so Jel, you ain't do a Boiler Room set, brother.
Not yet.
You gotta do a Boiler Room set.
To do that.
You legendary. Yeah. All the legends do the Boiler Room, brother. You gotta do
Boiler. You need to get over there and do that.
Yeah, you do. All the legendary. You legend, brother. You got to do the Boiler Room because I'll be front row. I want to check it out. Yeah, I'm waiting for Kid Capri to do it.
I'm gonna send you some info too, because I'm gonna be doing another Twitch thing too. Because I've been messing with that. We did me and like 30 other DJs did something for the Warnock campaign that was recent. Obviously, Georgia became blue. So, you know, shouts out to all the DJs that participated. So, yeah, man, that's been a new thing I've been digging to, is that Twitch.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Yo, man, it was a pleasure having you on the show. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man, you know, you talking to me, you know. Well, okay, I got one last question, because with my interviews, I like to talk and bust it up with my guests without we just flowing, we just kicking it, you know what I'm saying? So my thing was, do you think college radio if you think college radio has died, do you think we lost college radio? Because college radio used to be where we get our practice in for a minute.
I mean, that's where I started.
Okay.
I started in college radio and community radio.
Okay.
Yep. That's where I started, straight up.
Do you think?
See, I haven't followed it in recent times. You know, as far as hip hop, that I haven't. I mean, I just knew that used to be our go-to and where we would start getting our creative off.
Exactly.
That's where we started.
Exactly. Do you think we've lost college radio though?
In terms of hip hop, I mean, I'm pretty sure we have in terms of like hip hop and black music.
Yeah,
and we probably lost that to Spotify and playlists and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we definitely have, because all of the technology has taken all of that away. Nobody really needs to go there anymore. You know what I mean? But you know, I do what I can, and I do have listeners. I get you know, people live stream. You know what I mean? So it's been picking up,
and that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope. You do the streaming here. That's, you know, you got to keep up.
Yeah,
that's tight.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I ain't gonna take too much of your time up, man. I'm good. I love you coming through the show. Yo, man, anybody that come to my show,
man,
show
we
me
can
some
chop
love.
it up anytime, bro. It ain't even gotta be the show, bro.
That's what's up. Like,
man.
For
real, because I know I'll be making my way up top, you know, soon when stuff calm down a little bit.
Okay.
You know, I know everybody's saying that, but that's real, because
it is.
Usually I come up there.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Yo, man, one time, I just always do this because I got a lot of people in the penitentiaries that listen to me. Could you shout out all the incarcerated Scarfaces one time, man, before we go, brother?
Man, I only got one to say is Sammy Sam. Let's get back to it, brother. We're waiting on you. Sammy Sam. I'm talking about, this is a legendary artist of Atlanta. He's like a DMX or who else would I say? Somebody like just hardcore. He's been away for a long time.
Okay.
So he's supposed to be getting back to the world next year.
Okay.
I just sent him some bread yesterday. You know, he's respected in Atlanta. I don't care if you talk to Outkast or anybody, they'll tell you about Sammy Sam, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up, brother.
Yeah.
Because I never forget about him. I got a hell of an audience behind walls, man, as I'm told. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know? Yeah. So, you know, that's love, man. We appreciate you stopping by Too Raw for Radio, man. And we going to bust it up again, man. I'm going to keep your math, and we going to lock in, brother.
And send me a link.
That's what I'm going to do.
Definitely.
I'm going to definitely do that.
Okay.
No, you're the plug and such. You a joke's bound to happen if you slipping or you lacking. I'm gripping on the matching, ready for the action. Shots to make you break dance and have you do a backspin. I got more kicks than karate flicks. My whole team pushing Maserati whips. You on IG liking thotty pics. Shorty pocket broke, but her body fixed. Peace, world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktVpromo, MRecktVpromo @gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone. MRecktv. It's got a music.